presenting the adventures of Jungle Jim. The adventures of Jungle Jim, broadcast weekly over this station, are dramatized from the full-color action pictures to be found in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest comic supplement that comes to you each week with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Join the 11 million adults and 6 million youngsters who enjoy the world's greatest comic and adventure pictures by the world's best artists, featured in every issue of the Comic Weekly, which comes to you with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Having bidden farewell to Lieutenant Watkins, who returns to Cristobal, Jim, Kitty, and Kolu enter the steaming Panama jungle. After spending the night in a clearing, Jim and Kolu erase all trace of their camp and begin the arduous task of hacking their way through the jungle without leaving a trail. But their presence is already known to an Indian who, after an all-night run through the swamp and jungle, comes within sight of his goal. Deep in a hidden cave, he approaches a man bent over a welter of maps, the mastermind of the saboteurs, the sinister J7. When he learns of Jungle Jim's arrival, he orders Pedro to summon his fellow warriors to hunt down Jim and his party and destroy them. But Jim hears the ominous beat of signal drums. Anticipating that, in spite of his precautions, his presence has become known, he decides to outwit the natives by spending a night in the trees instead of camping on the ground, where he would be open to attack if his whereabouts were discovered. So at daybreak the next morning, he prepares to part company with Kolu and Kitty deep in the jungle as he gives them last-minute instructions.
Well, there isn't any time to lose. So far, those Indians haven't picked up our trail and discovered us. Now, Kolu, you have your map marked. Work due south until you sight Gatton Lake. Then work west until you sight Doc Beard's plantation. That's your first stopping place.
Be good, Tuan. Kolu find way all right.
Yes, Jim, we'll be all right. But when are we going to see you again?
I'll meet you here every Friday night, Kolu. You stay close to the plantations, Kitty. Now, if I ever fail to show up, I want you, Kitty, to burn up your papers and report back to the authorities at once.
All right, Jim, I will. But I'd feel a whole lot easier if I knew you were going to be safe.
Oh, don't you worry about me. I've been in tight spots like this all my life. In the first place, I'm going to make myself practically invisible. You see, inside my pack, I have a suit of green buckskins that will blend perfectly with the heavy green foliage of the trees in the jungle.
Don't tell me you're going to continue living in the trees.
Practically, yes. When I leave you, I'm going back to that clearing where we started to pitch camp last night. I'm going to gather a big pile of wood and start a nice smoky fire.
Why, that'll bring those Indians down on you in a hurry.
That's what I want, Kitty. I know they'll come hunting me, but I won't be there. Once the fire is lit, I'll head for the trees and change to that nice green suit of camouflage. Then I'll wait up in the trees and watch developments.
Seeing all indications of a camp without anyone there will puzzle the Indians.
Exactly. And when they make a thorough search and find no trace of me, it's going to worry them. They're superstitious. And I'll play tricks on them that will work on their fears and superstitions.
Sun be coming up now, Tuan. It be time to move.
And that's right, Kolu. Well, off you go, Kitty. Just trust Kolu and rely on him. He'll get you through all right. Well, so long, Kolu. Remember, I'll see you here Friday night. Take good care of Kitty. On your way now.
So long, and good luck, Jim.
Bye, Tuan. Kolu see you here Friday.
Okay, Kolu. Don't lose any time getting out to Doc Bard's plantation. And watch your step. Well, there's enough wood pile up there to start a fire big enough to attract all the Indians within 50 miles of here. Now I'll set a match to this dry grass and get it started. Yeah. There she goes. Boy, plenty of smoke, too. There's no wind. Smoke goes straight up. Now for the trees. Quick change and get ready for the big surprise.
Go. Hurry. Tell warriors. Pedro sight smoke. White man start campfire. Gringo. There to south. See? Smoke rise straight up.
See, Pedro.
You, Cuento, tell warriors. Be very quiet. Stay close together. Make circle all around clearing where Gringo make camp. Tell warriors watch closely. Not let Gringo get away. Master be very angry if Gringo escape us.
See, Pedro. Master give order all gringos must die.
Good. Then give word the warriors make circle close in. Then wait. I, Pedro, will give word to fire arrows. Only arrows, no guns.
See, Pedro. Quinto understand. I go tell warriors, move swiftly. Make no noise. Circle Gringo camp, then wait for word from Pedro to close in and kill. But only with arrows.
Hurry. Hurry. We go now. Hurry. Pedro.
Warriors wait for word what to do. Where is Gringo?
Pedro no understand. Big fire burn. But see no sign of Gringo. Find no mark of camp. Just be big fire.
Yeah, we look every place. Find no footprints, no mark. Warriors look good all through jungle. Not find Gringo. Master be angry if we let Gringo get away.
Gringo no get away. There be woman, 2 men. Must be here. Pedro see them yesterday.
Where they go? We look good, not find them. Find no sign.
Must be they hide.
Uh-huh.
We hunt again. Send word to the warriors. Hunt good. Must find gringos. Hunt. Hunt good. Gringos must be here.
Silently and stealthily, the puzzled Indians resume the hunt for the elusive Jim. Carefully, they comb every foot of the jungle surrounding the small clearing where Jim has built the big fire that attracted their attention. And while the sorely puzzled Indians hunt in vain for some trace of him, Jim hides high up in the branches of a huge tree and watches quietly the scene below. As the morning gives way to afternoon, Quinto, the trusted servant of J7, returns to the cave to report the strange and unaccountable disappearance of their quarry.
You talk nonsense, Quinto. I'm rapidly losing patience with you. Are your men hunters and warriors, or are they children? Do you expect me to believe 3 people camping in the jungle light a fire and then suddenly disappear as darkness does with the coming of the sun?
My men are sorely troubled, Master. Some speak of magic. For it is true, Master, the strangers are gone, leaving no mark, no sign of their coming or going.
I don't want to hear any talk of magic. I've told you repeatedly there is no such thing. You once said that about the soldiers, but I proved to you it was not so. Didn't your men find them? Your arrows kill them?
It is so, Master, but Pedro says with this stranger it is different. The big white stranger is not like the soldiers. He is a strange man, a man of the jungle.
You talk like the old women of your tribe instead of a hunter. Your men have grown soft, careless. They've let these strangers escape.
No, Master, no. I swear it is not so. Our men have beaten the jungle with great care. Not even the smallest lizard could escape them. There are no footprints, Master, not even in the soft earth, where the heavy boots of the strangers would make good marks for us to see.
Enough of this childish talk, Quinto. You are to go back to Pedro and tell him to continue the hunt. Those white people are there in the jungle. They must be found and finished off. We're too close to success to risk discovery and possible failure. And I warn you, Quinto. And you can give this word to Pedro. Those people must be destroyed, or I will destroy you. That is final.
Very well, Master. I will go to Pedro and tell him what you have
Wait,
said.
Pedro. I want him to know something else, too. I'm leaving this place this afternoon to return to my house. I have been away too long. It might arouse suspicion, especially if the army still has its spies out.
Very good, Master. Will you go by the trail?
No, not if there's a chance these strangers have escaped you and might see me on the trail. I will go by the secret tunnel.
That is wise, Master. And when will you return?
I'll remain at my house until Sunday, when you can expect me here unless something happens to detain me.
Shall I bring you word when we have found the strangers?
No. Don't bring word yourself. Send it to me by the signal wire through the tunnel.
See.
When you have found and destroyed the strangers, pull up the long wire in the roof of the tunnel, which lights the small signal light in the cellar of my house. If you need me in any emergency, pull the cord by the wall, which will light the signal in my study.
Very good, Master. It shall be as you say.
Good. Now return with my message to Pedro. I am leaving for my home.
After sending the Indian Quinto back to spur on the hunt for Jim and his party, J7 disappears along a narrow passage in the rock walls of the cave. He descends a long stairway which leads into a dark tunnel. Guided by the beam of a powerful flashlight, he hurries along for more than 2 miles before he finally unlocks a heavy door which opens into the well-kept cellar of his house. He ascends the steps, and upon entering the house is greeted by an excited Indian.
Glad you come, Master. I just got to signal you. You come just in time.
Well, Sudra, what is it? What has happened?
White strangers, Master. The ones Pedro saw, I have seen them, too.
You've seen them? When? Where?
On the ridge by the lake, Master. They are there now. I just see them. You can see them from the porch. Come, you see.
Yes,
you see, Master.
come.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, Master.
Yes, you're right, Sudra. Quick. Get me my binoculars.
Yes, Master. At once.
So, those spies did escape, those stupid Indians. But so far, I can only see 2 figures up there on the ridge. There were 3 of them.
Here, your field glasses, Master.
Yes, now we shall see. Yes. I see the dark man Pedro described. Must be a Hindu. And the other person with him is the girl.
Yes,
That must be a map they're studying. Now the girl turns this way. She's pointing toward this house. Good. Good, they're taking the trail and heading this way. Oh, Sudra.
Yes, Master.
Lay out some clean clothes, 4 shoes, run the water from my bath, and prepare the guest bedroom. And see that a good dinner is prepared. We're going to have guests.
Yes, Master.
Very interesting guests. They're going to stay a while. Who knows? Perhaps they'll never leave.
Triumphantly, the sinister J7 makes hurried preparations to receive his unsuspecting guests, Kitty and Kolu, who do not know that their host, J7, knows their true identity. What will happen when Kitty and Kolu walk into the home of their arch-enemy, J7? Don't miss the next exciting episode in the adventures of Jungle Jim. Say, fellas, how do you enjoy cutting out and assembling the first of the real model airplanes the Comic Weekly is featuring every week? I'll bet you had plenty of thrilling enjoyment cutting out and assembling that very swell model of the newest United States Army fighter plane, the Bell Airacobra. If any of you have missed the last 2 special announcements I made, I want to tell you it's not too late to start. For each week, the Comic Weekly will devote a 1/4 page to cutouts of model airplanes, Army tanks, and the new Navy torpedo speedboats. They're absolutely the real thing, designed by Mr. Wallace Rigby, who is the internationally famous designer of model airplanes. These models will be accurate in every detail, drawn to scale, with all the correct color markings. As any boy will tell you who has cut out the first model, they're simple and easy to cut out and assemble. And you get complete instructions on how to do it. And when you finish each week's model, you will soon have a complete collection of the latest type of aircraft. And here's the big news. In next Sunday's Comic Weekly, you will find the model of the British Hurricane Spitfire that has been doing such valiant work defending London during the recent air raids. So don't miss the opportunity of getting this swell model in the next issue of the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest comic supplement that comes to you each week with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. More thrilling radio adventures of Jungle Jim will be heard at the same time next week over the same station. Be sure to tune in.